Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Tim Ead here, talking with you live, recorded from Tampa, Florida. I want to talk with you today about the most important living person in the world. The most important living person in this world is you. And I have a feeling from talking to a lot of my friends that a lot of people are in a zone right now where that most important person, you, is stuck in a moment. And I know you're probably waiting for all this stuff to end so we can go back to normal. And then you're waiting for the rioting to end and really the anger and hatred and opposition of men, women, due to color, due to race, due to political beliefs. And look, I just want to remind you that none of that stuff is going to help us solve a problem. Because if we look at the problem, and the problem is we want to live a peaceful life. We want to live a prosperous life. We want to live a happy life. We want to be smiling constantly. And yet, there's something in the way. And what is it? It's always the same thing. It's always the same thing. Can you guess what it is? It's fear. 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 False evidence appearing real. I know you're like, Tim, I've heard this before. Didn't Zig Ziglar say that? Lots of people have said that. Lots of people have told you about fear, and you know it. Like, well, if you know that fear is not a good thing, why are you living in fear? I don't know. But you know fear is not a way to live, right? I know. Then why are you doing it? I don't know. So this deserves from you to you a really long, in-depth look. The kind of look that says, I've decided to look honestly at what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And I want to make a real quick shift because that's all it is. This is not some massive process. The process of making it become a habit, a little bit more of a process. But right now, what we're talking about is a decision to leave fear in the past. And when you make a decision to leave fear in the past, you're going to leave everything else in the past that hangs out with fear. You're going to leave anxiety in the past. You're going to leave worry. You're going to leave doubt, frustration, repression, and the granddaddy of them all, depression. The reason people get into addictions in the first place is so they don't have to deal with what's depressing them, pushing against them inside. All you have to do to move away from fear is to move into faith. It's the only word on my tattoo. Can you see this? Yeah, you see that. You see that and you know what faith really means. Because just like fear is false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. I can't even say it. It's just a tongue twister to even say that word, but I'm doing it for you. I don't really acknowledge. I know it comes sometimes for me, and I recognize its ugly face, and I dispel it. I dispatch it. I reject it. I push it away with prejudice because it's not allowed. Now, what's faith? I knew you would ask me. Ask me, Tim, what's faith? Finding answers in the heart. That's what faith is. Finding answers in the heart. It's not in here. Faith is finding answers in the heart. You've done it before. You grew up that little girl. You grew up that little boy with all the faith in the world, all the heart in the world. And something got you off that track. Maybe a lot of things. And it's cool because you know what? Everything is something that you can rise above. Everything you can rise above. All you have to do is spread your wings. Okay? Stop crawling around. You're better than that. If you stay around in fear, you're going to be under fear's thumb and you'll be crawling and you'll be smushed. When you fly, fly in faith. Fly in gratitude. Fly in joy. And fly in happiness. And you say, Tim, what would it take for me to do all those things right now in this extraordinary time? One thing. One. Your decision. Your decision. So decide. Decide today to live in faith. And every time that other thing starts coming at you, slam the door. Slam it shut Kick it, run, fight, hide, whatever you have to do until it doesn't even come around anymore because it knows you're not accessible. It's not going to come around you anymore because it doesn't have your permission anymore. So that's it. Take this, play it again, replay it. Catch what I'm saying. These aren't just motivational words. These are instructional words. Because when we get motivated and we get inspired and we don't know what to do, we crash. And then we do it again. We get excited and then we don't know what to do. Nothing's any different and we crash. So I'm going to give you a piece of information and I promise you it's truth. Stay in faith. Get rid of all the other. I believe in you. I believe in you more than you believe in you. That's how great the greatness is that I see in you. I got to run. I got places to go, people to see, including you. Thank you, Tim Ead. Have an amazing, beautiful, powerful, loving day that everything that you do comes from in here. And I'm coming to you from here. Tim Ead, from the heart. Have an amazing day. So long for now.